So I imagine you guys were grinding all week long too, huh? Just like we were. Good, good. Got to keep your nose to the grindstone, right? Well, it's Monday, and this is a bonus Monday for us. So just getting back to our football and getting going again. We got a big trip coming up going to Philly, and I know that they're. I watched their team enough over the break here to really appreciate the style they play with and all this. We got to get ready to go. So I'm hoping that our time off helps us and we come back with fresh legs and we can jump right back into it. And so today's practice was really important for us setting up, getting the week started on Wednesday. So see if we can make the most of it.
How's Tyler doing?
He's doing better. He's doing better. We'll know later in the week his status. We're hoping that he's planning on him being able to play, but yet he's got to show it to us, and so we'll see.
With the bye this late, how much better is the self-scouting? Just the trends you've done all this year, maybe this better than other weeks?
It's an interesting question. It's a couple games more so than if you had it 2 weeks ago. You know, the bye this late though, we can feel it. You know that we're in a kind of the home stretch of the season with 6 games left, and so it feels good to have it this late and just get a good break for the legs and all that coming back and the bumps and bruises and all. And as far as the self-scouting and all of that, you know, the more information, the better for us in determining what's going on and also in evaluating the opponents too. So it works in both directions.
With Tyler, how much time went by before you knew that, not just him playing wise, but just you said a severe situation potentially? How long did it take to where doctors were like, all right, we're good, we're in the clear of anything that could potentially...
I think he stayed 2 days, didn't he? Yeah. In the hospital. He stayed there 2 nights. So enough so that they wanted to take an extra day to just, you know, ensure that he was fine and all that. So he's really on the road to recovery now. He's past that. That was just the initial concern, and we're very fortunate that we're at a great place and they took great care of him and all that, and everything worked out fine. So now he's just on the road back, and we're optimistic about it, but he's still going to have to do it. And the extra days absolutely are helping us here, so we'll take full advantage of that.
Are those nervous moments as a head coach when you got one of your guys not on the team playing with you headed home? Is that kind of a weird feeling?
No, always it is. Yeah, you don't like leaving guys behind, and I mean, I always try to imagine what that's like to be left behind, and you know, you got one of the trainers with you, and that's it, and the club's going home and celebrating, having fun, and all that kind of, you know, just all of it that you miss, and the uncertainty of it. I think it's mostly for my thoughts go to the player. I think he's in a very uncomfortable and familiar situation. It's unfortunate.
How's Luke
Luke's working at it. It's going to take Luke a bit. Yeah, I don't think he'll have a chance to make it back this week. So we'll see what happens though.
Activate Ed Dixon.
If that's the case, it's a really good chance. And we've been waiting for the opportunity to get Ed to go, and if that happens, we're thinking that's where we would go with this. We'll give us a couple days here. I think he's got till Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's Wednesday we have to declare. So we'll take care of business by then. It's a really good chance that's going to happen.
Do you hear anything from the NFL, like especially in the grass kind of play with Russell for the 49ers game?
That was great. You mean the game we played on Monday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to go well.
Yeah. Nothing to share with you.
We talked a little bit about Diggs last week, but just first game for you guys, what is he like?
Well, I thought he played really well. He missed a tackle early and got going, and then had a couple great knocks, had a pick, played really good situation football for us, and played a lot of plays. Yeah, he did a really nice job. And I thought the safety play, I thought Bradley also played well. I think the two of those guys made some good hits and timely plays, and really appreciate the safety play. That was the first time I really felt like we knocked him around a little bit the way we want to, and I was really pleased about that.
The way Clowney played on Monday, do you view that as a breakthrough, or has he been playing that well?
Well, I don't know. He's been playing really well. He's been doing a lot of stuff, but just on Monday night, it was just play after play after play. He had so many impact plays, such a significant role in the nights, and I think he affected guys around him probably the most obviously in terms of our pass rush and pressure on the QB and just the activity. This was his best game. It's looked like he should have numbers and stuff like that in what we've seen. We have not been disappointed at all in his activity and his effort and all that. It just was play after play after play. He was really on it.
A lot of teams that have been able to win close games, but does something stand out about this team in that regard, being able to pull it out?
I don't know if there's anything. It's it's pretty consistent right now, and our guys have a real comfort, understanding that sometimes it's not going to be working out just right, for some time in the game, and they just keep hanging. So we're developing that mentality that gives us a tremendous resilience, and that's. I've felt that many times over the years with clubs, and I don't know if this one's better. Russ is the best he's been. And so that gives everybody confidence, and just give us a chance, and we'll try to we'll basically find a way. And so that's really reassuring, and it just builds for the hope and all of the elements that make for resilience that you need, to really overcome all these kinds of obstacles. And so it's a fun characteristic of the team. It's not great for the fans necessarily, but it's going to help us.
Contributions of Clowney and Diggs. How much better do you feel now about the defense that we have all year?
This was our best performance against a really good club and a very determined offense and the style of offense that we really respect. And this was our best performance. We were the most active we've been in terms of pass rush. The consistency in the run game was there, and also the activity in pass coverage. We had a lot of balls that were tipped, and we really could have had 4 interceptions without doing anything different. So that was just overall performance. I thought we needed it most because we had a hard time on offense taking care of the football, and so it was really a great time for the defense to step up to this kind of level. And then I'm looking forward to let's see it again, and let's go back out this week and see if we can play like that again and be that much of a factor in the game. That's kind of what we've been hoping for.
Just how integrated was Josh able to get up to speed with you in the first week or so he's been here, and how comfortable do you feel he is at this point?
I don't think anything's going to hold him back from this, in terms of his learning. He has no problem at all. And so he did fine in the game, and if we can keep moving forward with it, I don't see any hesitation to, I don't know that we would load him up to play every play kind of a thing or anything like that. We'll still use our rotations and all, but he has no limitations.
How's Dwayne Brown doing?
He's doing fine. He had a good week for him. It was a great week for the veterans. You guys have been around, and we'll still take care of business and make sure that he's really strong for the weekend.
I know you've always left a couple days before, but have any of the logistics change when you have a cross-country flight for an early game over the years? Like maybe anything other than?
No, a long time ago, way back at SC, we adopted what Coach Walsh had done, about the 2-day trips and stuff. And so we've been doing that for a long time. So I go all the way back to college making those kinds of decisions on trips. And we do it better now than we've done before. We're really good at the breaks and the time frames and the maximizing the spaces in there and all that. I feel very confident in whatever the time of the game is or wherever it is. That doesn't matter anymore. There was a time when I used to worry about it and always wonder about the schedule, and I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter.
Maximizing the space, what do you mean?
Well, there's all kinds of in between times, interim times. The travel during the day of, the day before. There's breaks in there that the guys are familiar with and they know how to use them. They're watching ball games and doing all the things they do, and the anticipation of the meetings and if it's a night game on the road and what we do on that day. There's a lot of things there's all kinds of schedules that pertain to the different starting times that we're good at. We're well versed at, and our guys understand it, and so it's not a factor in any terms of a distraction to us. And I think that's what's helped us find some consistency.
Where's Ugo Amadi getting most of his work right now, and how's he going along?
Who did you say?
Ugo.
Oh, Ugo. He's doing really well. He has been a playmaker on special teams throughout. His opportunities will continue to come about because he's been so consistent in everything he's doing. He hasn't done anything that isn't good. His effort is great. His playmaking, his decision making, the savvy in the situations that he's been in. He's just been really good, and so I'm anxious for him to contribute more. He's one of those guys that has been with us long enough that it's time for him to just get some more opportunities, and so we're looking for that. It's still very competitive for us on a number of positions for playtime, and coming off the break, we have a chance to revisit some of that stuff, and so if it fits with the particular positions and guys and individuals and all that, we're looking to take advantage of that.
Is he getting most of his work at nickel?
Yes. but he is playing safety, throughout. He's ready to go in at safety as well.
How did you feel Jamar Taylor has handled the nickel spot so far? You had a couple plays get away from him. And then
Yeah. Well, it's a difficult position to play, and they're always under the scrutiny because they get the bulk of the focus happens in the slot position, usually in nickel situations, and so he's had a lot of ops. He's been up and down, and he's had some. He had a couple plays last week, like you said, that got away. But he's in a competitive situation, and he has to keep doing well to hold the spot.
Steve, what was
everybody else.
What was your thought on everything that happened over the weekend with Colin Kaepernick?
Well, disappointed that we had planned to be at that workout. We it got changed around. We couldn't hang with it, so unfortunately we sent somebody, but we couldn't stay with the changes that happened. We missed it, so we were real curious. I was real curious to see how the workout went, and just competing as always.
Is it your understanding that Kendrick's sentencing got pushed back?
Yes, really, really happy for him that he has that peace of mind, for as he works through the season. It's been, and there's nothing done. I have no statement about any of it, what it means, but I know just for him, it gives him the peace of mind for this football season, and he can really stay focused and all that. He's done a marvelous job under the circumstances, and I'm real happy for him.
Colin's agent said he sent out the video of the workout to all the teams. You plan on taking a look at it?
Yeah, we're looking at everything, always. Yeah, I've seen some of it so far.
Just logistically, was it something where you couldn't get from
It's,
the Falcons facility?
Yeah, the time frame when we got the heads up was we couldn't get it pulled up together. We wanted to.
Bobby said before the 49ers game that he addressed the team at a meeting. How big a deal is that?
Well, it wasn't a really big deal because I don't know what he's talking about. He might have. Maybe he. There's a lot of time on the plane and the flights. JD's he gets around a lot with the fellas, and he's having fun with them. So I missed that meeting. though. I don't know what he said. But he's going to do it again. Whatever. If we're going to do that, we're going to repeat that meeting, whatever that was. Thanks for the heads up.
Who'd you send to Kaepernick?
One of our guys.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.